had my pamper out. Oh, Raina, it hurt.
Do you feel like I should have waited and dropped a little bit more weight?
Yeah, I do.
God damn it!
So the second episode of Carving Rollie begins with Rollie arriving at her hotel after her first BBL. She walking through the hotel lobby looking like daddy. There we see Rollie's diaper that she has to wear. Is that a little brown right there? So then she has to take off her bra because like her boobs, it's just too much. So she takes it off, honey. She takes it off. It was like her nipples were going bloop and the other one was going bloop, like all diagonal and shit. I'm like, damn, Rollie. But her boobs are big, honey. She do need a breast reduction. So then Rollie gets in bed. I'm not quite sure if she has taken a shower, but she is going to bed nonetheless. She's had a long day. And of course, she has to sleep on her stomach because she doesn't want to pop her new ass. So in the next scene, Rollie is going to her second procedure. She's getting her drainage out because she's really swollen right now. And then she's going to go get her facial double chin reduction as well. And of course, you know, she's having trouble getting into the car. She's in a lot of pain right now, a lot of pain. All self-inflicted because she was too lazy to take her ass to a gym and eat right. No lie, I feel like she should have just got on Ozempic, right? Like, I just feel like, why didn't she just do that like all the other hoes? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just all of this. It just seems like way too much. And while they're driving, the driver, like, hits a bump or something. It, like, really hurts Rollie. She's like, ah, God damn it! Ah! Just her face right there. I shouldn't be laughing because she's in pain, but it's like, girl, you did all this to yourself, honey. So then Rollie's friend calls her and she starts talking to her friend and she starts talking about how the people on social media are hating on her, you know, having all this shit to say about her. And honestly, it's affecting Rollie. Like, you see throughout this episode and throughout this show, she's literally like always talking about it. These people that try to act unbothered, I see right through you. I see right through you because the ones that try to act unbothered the most are the ones that are the most bothered behind closed doors. Catch. So then they arrive to the doctor's office, i.e. the future crime scene, and it is time for Rollie to get her massage where she's going to get the fluid out, okay? So there you see the needle and they're just kind of draining it. They're putting a hole in it and the drainage is just leaking all on the counter and on the floor. And Rollie's in a lot of pain. She's in a lot of pain. So then Ella, I guess the owner of the business, I don't know who she is, but I do know she's one of the parties that are suing Rollie and Zeus. She comes in and just starts talking about, you know, Rollie trying to give her good calming words. You know, I don't know. I wouldn't say she seemed fake. No, she seemed genuine. I'm not going to lie. So when they're done, they got to get Rollie off of the counter, and it's just a lot of work. She has to get on her elbow and side. It's just a lot going on. And she has them big old titties, honey. I wonder how much weight them two has. Damn. So next they got to get Rollie in her compression outfit. And of course, they have to really stretch out the compression suit as hard as they can so it'll fit Rollie. Oh, and by the way, not Ashley having a BBL, honey. The girl in the office that was holding her hand on the first episode with the bad teeth. How are you gonna have a BBL, but your teeth looking like that? Somebody please make it make sense. So yeah, it's a struggle to get the compression suit on her. Like, it's really bad. I mean, look, they gotta, really get that thing in there, honey. Really tighten it up. They finally got it on her. It took the strength of God, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, all the gods to get that compression suit on that motherfucking behemoth. So next we have the surgeon coming in order to remove Rollie's double chin. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong scene. That's later. She's getting the chemical peel to remove all the bumps and shit on her face. So after she's done, you notice it. It looks a little better. I think it takes a little time for you to truly see the full effects. But so far, you know, there seems to be a difference. So she walks out of the surgeon's office very happy and with a bouquet of flowers that are still in the grocery store wrapping. But okay. So next they are on the way back to the hotel and Rollie goes off again about the haters on the gram and all this shit. And it's like, girl, why are you so bothered? I thought you were an unbothered bitch that didn't give a fuck about nobody had to say. And if you had a problem with it, you can meet her outside. That's what the fuck I thought you was, Rollie. But you coming off as real bitch made and insecure. And you are insecure. That's why you getting your whole body reconstructed, ho. So in the next scene, Rollie is getting a massage, honey. And she has a visitor. Big Stanky, honey. Oh my God, he was just so overdramatic and extra. Like, I literally cannot with him. And next we have Gutta K. Yeah, I literally cannot stand these two. But in this scene, Gutta K was much more tolerable. Big Sexy was loud and annoying and like asking her questions while she's like oohing and eyeing in pain. Like, oh, hey, girl, how you doing? And she's on the counter like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's like, what the fuck? So basically they're just talking about the process, yada, yada, yada. And Rollie shows Gutta K and them, I guess, one of the fluids getting, you know, taken out. And Gutta K freaks out. And I mean, it is disgusting, honey. So then they just chop it up some more. And Gutta K and Big Stanky leave. So in the next scene, Rollie is outside on a walk, just a short, brief 15-minute walk. And she's talking to her business manager. And basically they're talking about how they need to go to the doctor's office again in order to get her face double chin thing removed. And Big Sexy is going to accompany her to the surgeon's office. So yet again, in the car, Rollie's talking about the people on Instagram and how, you know, they're hating, yada, 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 yada. Big Sexy is just hyping her up. Fuck these hoes. You do what you want to do. And I'm like, you know, like all that, the breath, like it's just, you know how some people talk just a lot of breath out. That's what he has. And I'm sure the odor. So then they pull up to the surgeon's office, and this is where she gets her facial feminization surgery. Girl, this is where she gets her double chin removed. So as you see, they're putting a needle and sucking it up. You can kind of see the difference already, but obviously it's going to take like, you know, weeks to heal. Then she gets her whole face wrapped up and she looks like a chipmunk, honey. Poor Rollie. She seems like she's in a lot of pain. So in the next scene, Rollie wakes up and her business manager brings her some breakfast, but she doesn't eat any of it because 1, it's fried and 2, it's nasty. Then Rollie talks about how it's so hard to eat healthy, like on the road, being on baddies and shit, because, you know, they just probably eat takeout all the time. And, you know, they're not eating the best. Maybe Zeus can have like a personal chef for the girls so they can like eat healthy. You know what I mean? Like each house will have like a professional chef that can cook really good food for them. They should do that. So next we have the masseuse Doshinko, honey, to come over and give her like some herbal, natural remedy type of shit. I don't know. But it turns out he is related to Dr. Sebi, which I don't know much about him, but isn't he like a fraud? Like that doesn't like a quack that recommends all this crazy shit that don't work, and he's actually responsible for some people's deaths. That's just what I heard about him. I don't know. And then he starts like giving acupuncture to her stomach or whatever. And Rollie asked him and said, should I have waited and lost more weight before I did all these surgeries? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. But I mean, it's the truth, honey. In the next scene, first of all, they're hopping scene to scene. I don't know how many like days or weeks is in between the scenes, but I don't know. But in this next scene, Big Sexy comes over. He starts giving her nasty gifts. He gives her like a shaped lollipop and then like a middle finger thing that you like put on a desk. Then we see that there is a chef there. Oh, they took my advice and got a private chef. And he's making some crab legs, honey, and some other healthy food as well. Crab is healthy, right? Yeah. Then they all get to the table and eat. And Big Sexy's talking about, I'll eat the crab legs, but I ain't having that cauliflower or them other vegetables and shit in the Brussels sprouts. I got to get me some real food. And I'm like, girl, that's why you so big right now. After that, Big Sexy leaves. Rollie goes in her bedroom to go to sleep. And that is how the episode ends. But I want to know what you guys think, and this is the video the YouTube algorithm thinks you should watch next.